Hello, mic check, radio check. Boy, I tell you what. So I'll tell you what happened. I got things set up to do live streaming on Twitter. I figured out how to do live streaming on Twitter. It was awesome. And the unfortunate part is I forgot to set up the stream stuff for YouTube. So, you know, I had a moment. I was triangling myself out like a mug. Golly. I was triangling myself out like a mug. Thank you so much for everybody being in here. Show me your patience. Thank you so much. You're waiting on me. See, the weekend shift crew, you guys are growing. I love this, and it also shows that that's what we do. You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to wait for our setup. But at the same time, I know you guys were like, okay, man, you got, Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. Oh, man. Good morning, Ryan. Gulliver's Travels is out here. Miss Bacon is in the house. Ben Cruz, Marlon B, Aaron Bailey, how you been? Ain't seen you in a while. Sand Dollar's in the house, and Sand Dollar's already hitting me up with the super chats. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we will do that show on Sunday for the goal of the 5 super chats. We will do that on Sunday. So that's tomorrow. Probably around noontime. That's when we'll do it. Let me see. Let me keep going down here. Thank you. Lots of like, hey, we're waiting, man. Where you at? Lots of people at the beginning of the stage chanting Strat, 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 Strat. Good Lord. If you did not know this was a live show, it is live. Marlon B's in the house. We got some really cool icons up in here. And if you are a member of the Weekend Shift Crew or the Strat Warriors, you can click down here. We got two new emojis. We got let me put these suckers in here. I need to build some more. But you know, I gotta build them anyway. Marlon B, or excuse me, what's up, Marlon B? I got some Strat Warrior emotes in here. I got some Hammer Enforce emotes. Let me do something that I normally don't do, but I definitely want to show you something. Let's go to X. Let's do some live X streaming. Live from X. All right. Let me see. There's something I want to. Someone started a Grok like threads thing yesterday, and it would not stop. It was endless. It was fun, but at first I was like, wait a minute, this feels really scammy, and usually you block that stuff, but it was Grok. It was Grok for real. I was like, this is really Grok doing these things. Come on now, let's do I'm trying to get to exactly what I'm looking for. Let's go mention, dude. My notifications are all jacked up now. Good stuff, a lot of good stuff, but I mean it's just all jacked up. Let me see. Maybe I can get to it this way. Let me do it. We're going to the Twitter. I'm not calling it X. You know what's funny? Gary V from he's very promote your stuff on social media. You guys know who Gary V is. He does like garage sales and all kind of crazy stuff. Anyway, he was saying the same thing. I'm not calling that thing. I'm not calling Twitter X. Never, ever, never, 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 ever. Ever, never. Where is it at? Come on, jeez. You're like, okay, we tuned into the Strat Shoulder to watch him scroll around. I thought this would be quicker. Aaron Bailey said Twitter. I was dying at work. Okay, man. Yeah, it is hot. It is too hot at work right now. It's really crazy hot at work. You be at work mad, boy, frustrated. Where are you at? I know what I'm looking for. I just got, there it is. This is what I want to show you guys. Let me flip to the other screen real quick. Booyah. Let me see. Let me do this like this. Oh, yeah. This is Sand Dollar. Sand Dollar doing great things. He's doing amazing things. Right here, Sand Dollar. Overnight swing of 100% plus gains from a mix of from 150, or excuse me, 1.5 and $2 strikes, weeklies. All right, okay, weeklies. Now back for another play. Look at this. Sand Dollar sends me this all the time. Sand Dollar knows what he's doing. He's a scalper. You know, he likes to get in, get out. Give me my money. And oh man, we had some other funny ones in here. Let me see any other funny stuff. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I posted something pretty funny this morning, but yeah, we got that. Also, we got shout out to Crate Trades Corate. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. Talking about the FedEx 212 down. Where's my package? Where's my package, FedEx? Where is it at? Mr. Luciano is in the house. Strat Ninja is in the house. You get credit just for having an awesome Strat nickname. Remember when everybody used to get Strat nicknames when they got really good at it? You had to figure out your Strat name. That's where I got mine, Strat Soldier. Everybody got a Strat name. I am double fisting coffee cups this morning. Goodness gracious. The Simpson meme was classic. Yes, let's do that. Let's go. Let me find that Simpson meme. That was good. We're doing something a little different this morning. We're looking at some funny stuff on the Twitters. That's what we do. Follow me on Twitter, boy. We have a good time. This one right here. This was good. This was funny. This guy Zay, I follow Zay. Zay's funny. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Mostly he does trade options, mostly shares, so you know he's got my attention. But me and him, he doesn't trade the strat, but he definitely go follow him. The things he talks about make sense, all right? And he knows what he's doing. But he was like, the manipulation week is over. Bring on next week. And I immediately come up with this meme right here. I was like, this is the worst manipulation I've seen in my life. And here comes Homer. It's the worst manipulation in your life so far. So far. Like, oh, geez, come on, man. Mr. Luciano, no, that's a pretty cool name. Yeah, 2 coffees, Marlon B. I got 2 coffees. Getting closer to this coffee cup thing. I'm probably gonna go ahead and execute the coffee cup trade today. It's just gonna be a bunch of coffee cups in my house, and I'll send them out straight up. Well, let me see here. There's a lot of that grok really messed up a lot of things yesterday. It's fun. It was fun, but. Man, oh, this one right here was kind of funny. I know this is the intro is a little bit different than we normally do, but I didn't have all this set up, and if this works a lot easier anyway. So I talked about SPY going inside, all right, and I started posting these black and white charts. Black means, black is red. They're selling it, all right, and white is moving up, all right. This just makes it easier on their eyes, okay. This is how the candles are actually presented in the beginning. There were no green, red. I was like, I'm tired of buying, Grandpa, because it was just trading sideways on the 60s, doing nothing. I'm tired of buying, Grandpa. I was like, that's too damn bad. Oh, man, that's too damn bad. All right, I know you guys got me on the big screens at home. You're like, wait a minute, what are we doing right here? We're having a little bit of fun. We got to pick the mood up a little bit. AMD, I was talking about AMD. AMD, definitely, I still call it the automatic money destroyer, but right now, automatic money dispenser. And the funny thing about AMD is, boy, she's like that toxic ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, but girlfriend, boy, she's fun. She does all the things. She's real fun. Go to the movies, likes to do all the fun stuff. Boy, but she'll be back up with her games again. Watch. AMD's gonna it's at 160 right now. I was looking for an entry, couldn't find one, but it's going to get to a certain point and then it's going to drop. They're going to be like, oh, these AI chips ain't that great. To the lows. I got 6 more minutes. Let me be silly. Come on now. Oh, this was funny. This one's by Jeff out here. He's a stratter. Yeah. Those 0DTE spies and spying QQQ, watching the coin puts go to 1,600%. Man. Golly. Anything else funny out there? Man, they gave me all kind of heck about AMD and Boeing. Is so funny though. We had a good time this week. Not a lot going on in the markets, but we are still just moving to the highs. JJ, the good thing about go see JJ, okay? I got a couple shows with JJ, all right, but go see JJ right here, all right? There's his Twitter name. Go see JJ. He does the Strat just like Rob did it. He does the pre-market stuff. He has his own YouTube and he has his own videos. Okay, all right, go watch them. All right, I'm pretty sure all free right now. All right, JJ. He's still got Sepia Group going. Let me see. This is where I went live on Twitter, and it was fun. I liked it. I just talked about the broader averages for the people that's in the week that are members of the Weekend Shift crew. I'm helping you guys do a lot more in that stream, but this was fun to do. I'll see if I keep doing that. I just got to remember to turn everything back off. Okay. Oh, Marlon B says, you want to get to the charts? All right. He says, I ain't got a lot of time, man. What are you doing? You just playing. Yep. He has a YouTube channel. Yep. JJ has a YouTube channel. I got him. Here he is. I try to retweet his stuff a lot. Okay. Again, that's how he does things, just like Rob used to do. Of course, he has his own style. Everybody has their own style of talking and saying things, and that's good. All right, but right here, look up JJ, and then here's his videos, okay? Right here. All right. JJ's YouTube channel. Go see it. I try to retweet his stuff a lot. Is there anything else I want to talk about that happened on Twitter? Not really anything really good. Not much, all right? Not much. This was really good when we talked about the Momo Hammer in force, all right? The Weekend Shift crew definitely got a preview of that the day before, and I love it when these actionable signals go in force and they work. It's awesome, all right? And when it's what I say is what I mean by when they go in force and it's working, and you know where your entries are, you know where to put your stops, and you know what the magnitude is. Now, from 627 to 603 to 627.50, that's not a whole bunch, all right? But that was a 30-minute chart, and I was just reconfirming that the buyers were in there, all right? It was awesome. I like doing that. I love showing that the Strat works. And the last point I want to make from the Twitter directly is, stop trying to good. I've been following this guy for a while, all right, long time. Are you trading to be entertaining? Are you trading to be entertained? Are you trading to be free? Can't have both, all right? Yes, and there's a lot of people, I talk about this a lot. They're like, well, you don't trade futures. Well, you don't trade options. Well, you don't trade crypto. Well, you don't trade commodities. Well, you weren't in this play. We were talking about that play. How come you weren't in that play? All right, I want you to trade what you know to be true. I want you to trade things that you're good at, all right? I don't want you to just go out here and get wrecked because you think it's going to impress all these other people. And to the people that are hosts of these discords and other groups, do it right. All right, that's all I ask. Do it right. Don't pressure these new people to trade 0DTE on stuff, and they're just learning how to trade. What is this? Retreatos. RTRIOS 006. That's what I'm gonna call you. 006 says wise words. Thank you so much. Thank you. And another thing is, I talked about this yesterday. If you're in a group that says, I got 2 minutes. If you're in a group that says, hey, I'm in this trade right now, I don't care if this thing goes to zero. Get out of that group. Get out of that group. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Rios. That's awesome. I like that. I like it a lot. If someone says, well, I'm in this trade and I don't care if it goes to zero, get out of that group. All right? Because they're teaching you how to gamble. They're going to talk about entries. They might talk about entries. They might even talk about stops. But when they say, I don't care if this goes to zero, they are gambling, and they're showing everybody else in that group how to gamble too. And that's just a reality of how, are you trading to make money? Are you trading, like this guy said, to entertain yourself? Why are you doing this? A good indicator are you trading to get a feeling or to soothe yourself, to make yourself comfortable? A good indicator of that is if you're not having a good day at work and then you start scrolling on your phone looking at trades to distract yourself. You have things going on at home, maybe an argument, maybe, I don't know, let's just say the dishes are piling up, you know what I mean? And so you get on your trades and now you're trying to find a trade and entries, things like that to distract yourself from what's really going on in other realms of your life. That's not a good thing, all right? That's not a good thing. These people are professionally blowing up accounts. That's right. That's true. That's true. So be careful. All right. I want you to do things. I want you to trade what you want to know to be true. And I want you to be careful. All right. Every day. And it's Steve Burns says, if you're trading very well, and there's other traders that say this too, but if you're really successful at trading, it's boring. If sitting in winning positions is boring. You're just sitting in them. You're just like, there's no reason to get out. I'm not getting out. I'm going to keep raising my stops. I'm going to keep adding to my position, but there's no reason to get out. And yeah, it's boring. It's not exciting. That's another way to find out if you're doing the wrong thing. If your heart starts pumping, right before you put on a trade, you got too many contracts or you got too many shares. The third thing is you're probably not in a good setup, all right? And you're just throwing it on to see what happens, all right? Be careful out there. All right, timer. All right, yeah, you're right, Marlon B. He says, come on, man, jeez. Come on, man, we ain't coming here to look at your dang Twitter. Yeah, I got to keep that timer going so I don't ramble. I think that was good lessons, though. Good lessons. All right. And I wanted to show you guys Sand Dollar. Sand Dollar, if you put in a super chat, thank you so much. What do you want to talk about? And let's go over the broader averages for this block. Let's do it. Let's go to the multi-view. Booyah. This is on TrendSpider. They're doing a crazy deal right now. You can test and you can try TrendSpider and test it for just $9. All right. I don't know how long it's for, but you could start it at $9. And if you hit that link in the description for my link for TrendSpider, that'll get you that super deep discount. All right. Super crazy deep discount. Here's SPY. These are daily charts. Let's switch it to the weekly chart. I don't think we have a lot of actionable signals for next week, but we're going to find out today. All right. This week, all right, volatility going down. Most things 2 and up and some things 2 and down. All right. So we got SPY. SPY goes 2-2. 2-2 continuation up. Okay. All-time highs. Dow Jones, not all-time highs just yet, but that's not a hammer. That's more like a doji piece of crap thing, okay? QQQ 212 up on the week. Very good. All-time highs. UVXY, that just shows the volatility continues to go to the lows, okay? XLK Tech. 2-2 continuation up, all-time highs, tech. And yes, you can trade these ETFs. Some people have accounts where they can only trade ETFs until they get to a certain dollar amount. That's fine. You can still use the Strat and make money with this, okay? All right. Utilities, 3-2 up on the day. Oh, excuse me, on the week, 3-2 up. The maximal signal for next week. Utilities is at all-time highs. All right. This is a defensive position. This is a defensive position. All right. This means that, you know, the institutional buyers are hiding their money somewhere. They're not necessarily getting out. They're just, let me hide some money. XLE, insight on the week. There's an actionable signal for next week. Write that one down. XLE, insight on the week. I got my, where's my dang? I usually have a little notepad, and I don't see it. Shooter on the week for Biotech's Labu. It's already been hurting, so it's just going to the lows right now. XLV Healthcare, cure something, would ya? 2-2 continuation down, but it's not really like dropping. It's just like trading sideways. Right, here's the top of the broadening formation here, but it's just blah. You know, ugh. Not doing a whole bunch. XRT retail. Hammer on the week. All right, we might. I'm pretty sure we have a lot. We still have earnings coming up. We still have things moving. So we'll see what they want to do with this. So we got XRT and XLE for actionable signals. I see the chat rolling. Semiconductors, shaking my head to the highs, all-time highs. I call it shaking my head because sometimes it just don't make sense. And if you look, these bars are an outside bar of these bars, okay? All right, price discovery happens through a series of broadening formations. Here's one, trading sideways, taking them to the lows, back to the highs. These bars create an outside bar of these bars, okay? Very good, very good. We'll see how far they want to take that up. XLP, consumer staples, more sideways action. Ends as a doji piece of crap thing. All right, not doing much. All right. So we got XLE insight on the week and XRT retail for hammer on the week. So that's where we're going to be looking for our actionable signals. Okay. All right, I got 9 minutes left. What am I going to talk about for 9 minutes on the broader averages? Goodness gracious. Where's my IWM? Nobody trades small cappers but you, Marlon B. Let's go to small cappers for Marlon B in the house. Let's do it. Broader averages, I suggest you create a watch list just like this, broader averages, and then you can put SPY, Dow Jones, QQQ, small cappers, and then the sectors in here, okay? Small cappers, still 2 and up on the month, that's good. Possibly a 2-2 reversal next week, even though that's not a hammer, all right? That's more like a doji thing, but hey, still getting through this level of reclaim back here, okay? Trying to get to 228.42. Let's see what they want to do there, and if they do, let's see if we can get to 245. All right, small cappers doing well. Moving back through that. Let's go to the daily chart. The money flow index prices kind of just going sideways. They're not throwing a whole bunch of money into this. All right, let's look at the 60s just for funsies. All right, this was good. Here's your broadening formation. Test the highs, test the lows, test the highs, test the lows, test the highs. All right, get it? We want to capture these reversals in the middle, going back and forth. That's where we make our money. All right, we don't wait for it to break out and go, okay, now we're in. That's not what we do here in the strat. We go, okay, we're at the bottom. Hammer at the bottom of the 60s at 221.95. If that goes in force, we're at least trying to get to 223.12, and it did it. All right. Same thing. Shooter on the 60s. It goes in force at 225.25. How far can it go? All right. Here we go. And Marlon B with the super chat said, give me What do you think of block, which is XYZ over hood, S&P 500? Awesome. Thank you so much. Marlon B with the super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I got to stop what I'm doing and talk about what he wants to talk about. So let's go back to block. XYZ. Over hood. What do you think of XYZ over hood to S&P 500? Like they're being integrated into S&P 500? Is that what you mean? Well, block's been around a lot longer. Block has been around the block, all right? Golly, used to be somebody at 289, and then the owner was like, hey, or the CEO was like, let's change the ticker name from this is actually used to be Square, Block was it BLK, or was it SQ? Anyway, Block. Then they changed it to something else, and now it's XYZ. So I don't know why they keep changing the ticker name. Probably to like trick people into getting into it. I don't know. I think this was SQ earlier. Anyway, trading sideways on these months, not doing a whole bunch. They're putting it in S&P 500. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Other than it's been around for a long time, I don't know why. Block will replace Hess Corp in the S&P 500 effective prior to the opening of the trading on Wednesday. So they're getting rid of Hess. Interesting. Hess. Let's go look at Hess. What's wrong with Hess? Ooh. What is wrong with Hess other than this really bad tick right here? Other than that really bad, weird tick. Let's see. This is a $100 stock. Also been around for a long time. Well, I don't know. XYZ was included in S&P 500 yesterday. People were talking about hood going in. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This is not making any money right now. I mean, it could. It is 2-2 continuation up on the month. That's a good question. I would have to read through the news and do a little bit more research on this and figure out why, because it doesn't make that much sense. Because if you look at hood has not been around that long, but it's straight up skyrocket, all right, to the highs. Look at these weeks, golly. You could have bought some shares at $45.33 and just held it, all right, from April 20th. That's April of this year, all right. Let's see here. Bought some Chevron. Oh, okay. Got bought by Chevron. Oh, XYZ was bought by Chevron. Man, what are you saying? You have some weird news this morning, Marlon B. Where are you getting your news? Is it Benzinga? Who is giving your news? That's what is happening. All right, Robinhood Markets stock has hit all-time highs. Independent bank posts earnings beat. Okay. All right, very good. Robinhood's got their stuff together. I have not gone back to that trading platform. I do have a podcast on Inforce where I talk about and Robinhood's a good place to start. It's training wheels. But then you got to move on to another. Platform. Hess got bought by Chevron. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. All right, okay. Hood's a hard market cap. All right, where is the R? Where's the R? The U? The I? All right. RUI in the house. Give me some Russell 1000. Oh, I can't look at that one. You broke it. I cannot look at that one. You broke the stream. I swear. You want to talk about technical difficulties? You did it. You screwed it up. You screwed up my show. Now I gotta turn off the whole thing. Oh gosh, you can't give me tickers I don't have on TrendSpider. So with TrendSpider, you have to pay extra for futures and things like that. Golly, Marlon B laughing at me. Sand Dollar tricking me. Sand Dollar, wherever he's at in California, talking about. I didn't know you can't look at that. That's my. How's I'm supposed to know? We can look at the Russell 2000. That's small cappers. Let's look at the stock market map for this week. Most things green. Most of the big guys green. You can see some crappy stuff here in the middle. Costco. What's Costco doing just for funsies? Not really getting killed, but still just drifting the highs. 3-2 down on the month. They're taking some profits on that. Apple. Come on, Apple. Do something. Do something. Yes, it's 212 up on, it's inside on the month. It is. But look at this thing. Trading sideways. Super stuck. Sand Dollars on TradingView. Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, and you got to pay for that real-time data and extra stuff over there on TradingView as well. So with TrendSpider, you get real-time data for free. Or it comes along with the subscription. With TradingView, you got to pay for that. So, there's positives and negatives about all of it. As RSP, which is S&P 500 equal weighted, gives everything, the big guys, the little guys, and everything in between the same weight, and still 2 up on the month. Doji on the week, I would not call that a hammer. All right, still just drifting to the highs, but look at this money flow index. Not a lot of people put their money in that, okay? I got 19 seconds. Anything else I want to look at? Stock market map looking really good. S&P 500 is up to $500. Excuse me. Microsoft is up to $500. Lilly, what's going on with Lilly? That was at all-time highs and just kind of drifting down. So that does it for that section. What's up, Cheryl? Cheryl is in the house. How you doing, Cheryl? Let's look for the actionable signals for next week. Let's do it. All right. Let's do it. Let's look for these actionable signals on the week. Let's look at the weekly watch list from last week and see how many winners we had. Tesla earnings this week. Tesla earnings this week. That's right, Sand Dollar. That's right, Sand Dollar. That is awesome. I got to show you guys this. Look at that. Sand Dollar put them helmets in the chat. Boy. Yep. Them actionable signal tripwires. That's pretty funny. All right, let's look at the winners. Let's look at the losers. There were 12 actionable signals, or 12 tickers in here for last week's watch list. FSLR didn't do much, did trigger the low side, but came right back up. Possible 2-2 reversal back up next week. That is not a hammer. Or an inside bar. I'd rather see that. But it is 2 up on the month. So get it off the list. Remove, yes. Forward to the lows, 2-2 reversal back down on the week. Did not hit magnitude, so I'm not going to call it a winner right now. But you can be in that, all right? You can still be short in that. The best, if you want to start with options and something that's slow and easy, I suggest forward. It's going to go up $1, maybe $2, and if it's going to the lows, it's going to go down $1 or $2, all right? But it's not going to be a lot of whiplash. That's all I'm trying to get at. It's not going to be a lot of whiplash. But any actionable signal for next week? No. Get it off the list. FedEx, where's my package? We already talked about this. 212 down on the weekend. It did hit target, so we're going to call that a win. Did it. It did it. Let me do my sounds going. Let's see. Bingo. Bingo. Win. All right. That's what you want your trades to look at and look like. It went in force at 234.56. It hit magnitude at 226.21. Now, will it keep going? It looks like it will, but we will see. For this week, that's a win. That's one. Someone put in the chat. One. That's one. Knee, win. Easy little layup. 212 up on the week. Buyers on the month already there. And 202 hits magnitude immediately, but then takes out a few more. All right. Now, from $74.88 to $75.95. I know the haters are going to say, that's not a lot of magnitude. Why are we messing with that? All right. Knee used to be somebody. Knee used to be somebody. Come on now. Give me $86.10. This could be a way for someone to get in. Finally out of this mess right here. Man.
That's a mother bar issue.
All right. Finally out of that. That's good. That's a win. That's number 2. XRT retail win. That's number 3. There's a win for you. Momo Hammer in force. It went in force above 174.24. Took out all these guys, new all-time highs. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. All right. ACHR. We were looking for this to go to the downside. It reversed and it opened up inside and went straight up. Okay. So is this a winning trade? If you took the 3-2 the other way, yes. But for the show and for lack of, and so we're not confusing everybody, we were looking for this shooter to go in force, all right? It did not go in force. So I'm not going to mark it as a win. But if you took it the other way, good. Carvana, Doji, did nothing. Shooter went in force for a hot second and then came right back up, all right? Did nothing. Oracle scenario 3, outside bar to the upside on the week. Did go in force, but came right back up, all right? AVGO, same thing. The buyers are still in there. All right. New all-time highs. Did not call this a win because it did not hit magnitude here when it went in force, and then there was no targets for the takeout, so it just went up. Western Digi, win. And went in force above $66.30, $66.43. Trying to get to $70.80. All right, trying to get there. You can still be in that. All right, Western Digital used to be somebody. $81.31. If you want to buy some shares, Amazon. This thing's waiting on earnings. My Strat bot is still working. That's what these little purple things are. My Strat bot linked with Signal Stack is still working. That's awesome. This is the entry. It's working. Not getting out just yet. That's awesome. But it has earnings on the 31st. Be careful. Google, win. Easy layup. Again, not a lot of magnitude, all right? But again, this was something good for someone that wants to be in this and see if we can get back up to 209.05. All right? Think big. You steady thinking small. Think big. All right. Hammer in force for LMT. Lockheed Martin, warheads on their foreheads. It went in force. It came right back down. Possible 2-2 reversal back down for next week. Not an actual signal. And then Ali, this one was really good. It had a good good hammer in force. A little bit of slight gap up. I talked about how to get in on that on the Weekend Shift Crew daily videos. Scenario 3 on the week, back to the highs, and the buyer's already in there, all right, for the week. So we had 1, 2, 3 winners, 4, 5 winners out of 12. Okay, I deleted some of these off there. So 5 winners out of 12. I think that was like 42% when I did the math. You can do the math at home. I'm going to keep on moving and looking for these actionable signals. Remember, we got actionable signals on XLE and on hold on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. On XLE and retail. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to our weekly watch list, and you should be clearing this out every time. Let's put this edit. Let's get XLE, and let's get XRT. in there for actionable signals on the week. And if you have this at home, your version is going to get updated right now. I got to make sure I do this. Me and Terry Baker has been working together to make sure these watch lists get updated. Please let me know if it's working on your side. I know there's an issue, but let me know if it's working. Marlon B says, give me some more. Give me some more, using that super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. Tesla earnings next week. Let's see. He says, give me CRM hammer on the week for a possible.
The 322.
On the week, 322 up on the week. Now look at this, all right? Look at this money flow index, right? It's just not necessarily, look, we got some divergence here, okay? With the prices going up, this thing's showing it's going down. The buyers really want to be in this. We'll see. We will see next week, okay? Put that one on the list, though. Nice hammer. It goes in force above 263.41. The magnitude is 227.22. That's a lot of twos. Give me some 2s to the upside, all right? Dick's Sporting Goods. I was about to say, give me some Dick's Sporting Goods. This is a family show. We got some buyers on here. 212 up on the month. This is good because I wanted to get back into this. I was in this and I cut it because it was being crappy. So good. I'm glad you put this on here because that's going to help me get back in this thing. Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's was doing really good during COVID, during COVID times, because people were like, I want to take my family out camping. I want to take them out to ride bikes. I want to do all the stuff that I have not been doing because I'm working from home now. And they were like, don't worry, bro. We got you. We got you. And then people took profits in 22. Most things were going to the lows in 22. But then, so now they have a lot of, they got too much products. They got too many products. They got too many. All right. They got too many bikes. They got too much all the stuff. Too much golf clubs, too many soccer balls. And it's really hard for them to push product right now. So, and then not even talking about inflation. All right. So it's been doing this for a little bit. All right. Now it's 212 back up on the month. It's in force right now. The magnitude's 223, but I want to get back up to 254. All right. And that's on the month. So I'm glad you brought this up. Here's the broadening formation for Dick's on the week. That hammer goes in force above 210.53. And the magnitude's 215.60. All right. That don't seem like a whole bunch. But let's see if we get the 225. Get out of this mother bar problem, okay?
That's a mother bar issue.
Let's see if we can get out of that thing. And let's see if we can get back up to the highs, all right? This could be a good way in there. Thank you, Marlon B. I like that one a lot. And then Expedia, or is that Expedia? Or let's see here. There's another ticker out there that looks exactly like Expedia, but it's not Expedia. PE. Okay. Yep, it is Expedia. Okay, I swear there's another one out there that looks like Expedia, but it's not. Let's make sure that this is on the 2 up on the month list. Always organize your stocks by condition, okay? 2 up on the month. It's going to be cumbersome, all right? It doesn't have to be. You can use scanners. Build a whole bunch of whatever's 2 up on the month, stick them on the list. You could do that. Very easy, okay? Very easy. I was going to say it can feel cumbersome. It can feel like a chore, but you will gain so much more benefit and knowledge of what's happening in the markets. Because remember, data that's not organized is just data. That's it. It's just a big mess, all right? It's just a mess. You can put peppers and onions and chicken and cut up steak in a pan and heat it up and throw it on a plate, and it's just a mess, all right? But if you look at it right, all right, and you have a plan for it, and you cook your vegetables, then you cook your steak, then you put some seasoning on both, then you got tortillas on the plate. Guess what? And then after it's all done, maybe you toss it up a little bit, and then you put the stuff in the tortillas. What do you got? You got fajitas. All right, we're talking, I must be hungry, but we are talking about making fajitas. We got a mess of stuff, and if we just leave it like that and unorganized, it's just a mess. But if we put it in these cool tortillas, put some sauce on it, put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby, you have something it looks beautiful on the plate. Put a little slice of lemon in the corner, get you a margarita. Now you got something you can work with. All right, that's just a really good, yeah, some tacos. That's right. That's just a really funny analogy of, like, you can have a mess of stuff. It's still gonna taste the same, but if you organize it, you will know exactly what to go for first and how to approach your stocks and just life in general. But anyway, you'll know how to organize your stocks. And you will know what to look for. So when things are going to the highs, you don't have to panic and look at scanners and look at the news and what's everybody else looking at. No. You go to, okay, it's 2 up on the month on SPY. They're still buying this week, and it's 2 up on the day. They're still buying on the day. Let me go to my 2 up on the month list. Let me go to my weekly watch list. Let's go where the buyers are already at. All right. Now you're ahead of the game while someone else is scrambling, smashing buttons on XYZ. Gonna, why are you buying this? Well, because XYZ is going into S&P 500. That's why I'm buying this. That's not really a good actionable signal, right? Right. So anyway, Expedia, Momo Hammer. I went off on a tangent there. My bad. Inside on the week, I forgot I was even talking about Expedia. Inside on the week, the hammer goes in force above 184.99, and it's going to hit magnitude immediately. So let's see. Let's see if we can get up to $200.16. All right, and let's see if we can get up to 208. All right, go on vacation. All right, work on that. Expedia, Starbucks. I went off on a tangent on that just a little bit, just because I was having a really fun conversation with Mr. F2 Rev, and we were laughing because he was like, "Yeah, man, before I really started looking at time frame continuity, I'm paraphrasing, looking at the month and when the week and what's trading actually in force, I used to be eating out of the trash." What are you doing? Eating out of this thing's been, it's 2 down on the month, 2 down on the week, it's 2 down on the day. What are you doing? Buying this 2-2 reversal back up on the 60s, man. What are you doing? Well, I'm trying to get that domino effect, dog. No, I'm just kidding. That wasn't him. But he says once he started looking at things that are already in force on the month and the week, he says his trading to have gotten a lot easier, okay? That's all I'm going to say there. And of course, I'm paraphrasing. He's a lot cooler in how I make him sound. I was just being silly. It is 2 up on the month on Starbucks, so I like this. Let's put that on the list. 2 up on the month. And then XPE. I need to make sure I put that on there. We're going to come back to Starbucks. Sorry. Did I put that 2 up on the month? Yes, I did. All right. Come back to Starbucks. We got some stuff to look at for next week. Give me some questions. Give me your tickers. Come on now. Put them in the chat. Momo Hammer goes in force above $94.46. The magnitude is $97.86. All right. Very good. So let's see what they want to do. Starbucks. It's almost that time. And 8X was the thing. He was the guy who put me on to this. It's about time. Like all the beginning of the year, half of the year, Starbucks, terrible. But then when in fall and they got that pumpkin spice latte, that thing comes out, shoot, Starbucks to the highs. Where October? Where's it at? October. Bam. October, November. All right, we're getting rid of spicy latte. It's pumpkin spice latte. It's over. Okay, death. We got some upside here, so it's not a foolproof plan. But hey, look at this. July, August, spicy latte comes back out. August to the highs. Coincidence? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. What did it do? Let's do some quick back tasting. October, look at this. October to the highs. Spicy latte time. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Thank you so much, Sand Dollar. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are going to definitely do one a question and answer tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Spicy pumpkin spice latte to the highs. All right, we got some little upside here. We're doing some quick back testing right here. October. All right, we got some upside here. All right, this is 2022. October. October to the highs. October, November. Spicy latte. No more. No more pumpkins. I keep saying it wrong. Pumpkin spice. Done. Death. That is so funny. Yeah, 8X is the one that put me on to that. And that's some quick back testing on pumpkin spice with that. Chimichanga latte. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. Jobby. All right. Sandala used that super chat. We're going to definitely do a question and answer tomorrow around 12 o'clock. All right. 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Question and answer. Jobby to the highs was like $17. I was trying to find a way in and I just kind of forgot about it because I was doing other stuff. But it's to the highs. All right. It's brand new to the world. It's brand new to the world. All right, it thinks it knows some things. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. And you know how it is talking to a 6-year-old. They know everything. They know how to say the big, long dinosaur names. They know when dinner and lunch and breakfast are supposed to be. I know they did that backwards, but they know when their bedtime is. They know all that stuff. What's going on, Brent? What's up, Brent? Time? Yeah, he says time is short. Not without no actionable signals, man. Golly. Jobby, 6 years old. All right, so Jobby's 6 years old. He knows what he think he knows everything. And Brent has a good point though. It might be time to short. Once we get those actionable signals, we're gonna show Jobby what's up. Oh, your planes and aviation is the best. Watch this. Do your job. To the lows. We'll see. We'll see. What I do like about this is it's not a penny stock and it is 212 up on the year. These are yearly charts, all right? Yearly charts, and the Strat works on all time frames, all right? I do a macro video, meaning I talk about quarterly and yearly charts. I do a monthly video on macro charts, all right? That way we can see and be in those things that are 2 up on the year, 2 up on the quarter. Your trades, especially if you're going long, are going to go a lot easier when you know the institutions are already in this thing, all right? Jobby, 212 up on the year. Very good. Let's go ahead and put that on the macro list if it's not already there. Yep, it is there. Okay, good. And then 2 up on the month. I don't know why it's not on that, but it is. Well, it might not be 2 up on the month. Maybe I didn't put that on per. Yep, it's 2 up on the month. All right. So anyway, this one's doing great, and you could have got in here at $6.80. That is still not considered a penny stock. That's good, but yeah. Kevin Bird is the word. He was telling me he's like over 280% on calls on Jobby. All right, so very good. And then what I really love about Jobby, prices going to the highs, money flow index is reconfirming. They're both doing the same thing. Okay, love that. To the highs. And then the way you can get in that is looking for actionable signals on the daily. And if there's nothing there, you can go to actionable signals on your 60s. Drop down to actionable signals on your 30s. All right, there's some hammers in here. All right. And what we don't do is we go, oh man, we missed it. No, we say, where's our actionable signals at? How can I get into this? And then you're looking for actionable signals to get in on to reconfirm what you're seeing on the day, the week, and the month. All right? We don't do that domino effect stuff. We don't do that contrarian thing. All right. To the bottom of the broadening formation, he says, take it down. I need a toilet flush here. Let's see here.
Fatality.
Yeah.
Finish him.
I played those for Brett. For anybody else at home going, why is he playing those? This thing's great. You know, is this a joke? No actionable signals here for next week. Let's go down. Let's do this real quick. What did I say? Inside week on XLE. Let's stay on track. Give me those questions in the chat. Now's the time. I got 7 more minutes. Give me some questions about the Strat. Now's the time to ask me questions about Strat stuff. Put them in the chat. XLE, we're looking for all inside week stuff, okay? So what I'm gonna do is going to my Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner right here. It's in the TrendSpider. It's in the TrendSpider. It's in the TrendSpider store, okay? All right, let's go. Let's change this time frame inside, okay? Inside bar, and then we'll change this to the week. Now, I do advocate going through these charts manually, all right? But to save time and to show you how to use that Strat Ultra Easy Setup Scanner, let's do this, XLE, okay? These will go through your watch list that you have made, your own watch list, all right? So, if for the inside on the week, we got 3, all right? Actually, we only got 2, all right? So let's save that and make sure those are on the list. All right. Strat Soldier Easy Setups. HAL inside on the week. All right. Very good. And now I can go up or down and look. Oh, that's the quarter. Hold on. Wait. Oh, daily. All right. So it's inside on the month. It ain't doing great. All right. This could either go 2 up or 2 down, but a lot closer to going 2 1 2 down. We'll put that on the watch list for the week. All right, and then VLO Valero inside on the week. It's 2 up on the month. That's good. So now, based on time frame continuity, and we want to see if this goes to the highs. All right, inside on the week. It's going to go, if it goes to the highs, reconfirming buyers, it's going to go above 152.17. That would be your entry, all right? And if it goes to lows, it'll be below 143.42. That would be your, if you're going long, that would be your exit. But if you're trying to short it, that could be a way in, okay? Short the mess out of that, all right? We will see, all right? Put that on the watch list. And then retail, what was retail? XRT, that was a hammer, right? So let's go back. Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. And change that to the week because I didn't save any of that. Hammer. Give me that hammer, bruh. On the week. All right. And the scan. Oops. That's S&P 500. Let's go to retail. Okay. Hammer on retail. That was a lot of hammers right there. We'll go back and do that for you guys, okay? Retail, only two, and that's okay. Pets, that's at anything below $5, penny stock, leave it alone. Roast, Ross stores, all right? We got Ross stores down the street, all right? And I'd rather see this 2 up on the month. It's inside on the month and closer to going to the downside, but there is a hammer on the day, all right? Or excuse me, hammer on the week. So let's see if that thing goes in force above 133.44. The first target's 133.11. That's not a lie, right? That doesn't make sense. Let me see here. Well, that'd be 132.88. The second one's 136.03. But it's all stuck in this right here. If we can get the top of this at 154.49, I would say that would be a lot better target, and that would turn this 2 up on the month at 144.47. So Ross stores, let's see if they really want to start doing anything, okay? This ain't great. This ain't a great one, all right? Not a great one. Let me see. Jobby. Okay. 006. I see your tickers in here. I like CMC level of reclaim on the month. Okay. And then Brent says September puts for Jobby. Okay. All right. So that doesn't give us a whole bunch, but those are the actionable signals in that sector. Okay, in those sectors. Let's go back to the weekly watch list. Let's look for AA for 006 is in the house. Let's see here. AA hammer on the week. Very good. Let me get rid of this. Hammer on the week. It is 2 up on the month. All right. Very good. 2 up on the month list. And put that in the weekly signals list. I like that a lot. It's 2 up on the month and hammer. So Now we need to acknowledge the fact that there's not a lot of people putting their money in this, right? Not a lot of volume. But if it goes above $30.74, let's see if we can get to 32.11 and keep going. All right, let's see if we could do that. All right. Why does this keep going on the quarterly chart? Let's do this again. That's a little better. All right. What I'll say about the money flow index is it's reconfirming the daily. All right, good. Sorry. That's what I get for changing up all the time frames. Goodness. Anyway, I like this one. And he also wants to see RGLD. Any questions about the Strat RGLD? RGLD, 2-2 continuation down. You got nothing. All right, nothing on this. It's 2 down on the month, and they are just wrecking. They say, get my money out of this now. That's what they're saying. 2 down on the month. Get my money out of this. Biotechs, I remember actionable signal being on biotechs. Biotechs aren't doing great, though. We can look. CMC, he did say CMC. Give me some CMC. What is this? CMC, Commercial Metal Company. Momo Hammer on the week. That goes in force above 53.11. The magnitude's 53.72. But look at this broadening formation on the week, all right? Let's see if we can get through all these. Let's see if we can get up to 75.21, and the top of that whole broadening formation is 64.55, all right? What did I say down here? 57.38. Okay, very good, all right? And it's just getting out of this level of reclaim right here. So let's see if we can get back up into here. And notice how top of this is also the top of this broadening formation back here. Coincidence, right? Anyway, yeah, we'll put it on the list. Not bad. We'll put that on the list. He says also give me CLF. CLF. What is that? Cleveland Cliffs. Cleveland Cliffs. What do these guys do? It is 212 reversal back up on the month. So we're going to put that on the 2 up on the month list and the monthly signals list. All right. Very good. And it is a Momo Hammer and an inside week. All right. So that goes in force above $9.72. That's good. And could possibly keep on going. All right. What is this? Rock climbing or something? But anyway, used to be somebody, all right? Looks like they're trying to get their act together. Let's see if we can get through all these guys, get up to $23, and then get back up to 33, whatever this is. Used to be somebody. Holy crap. Zoom out, Strat Soldier. Come on. Zoom out. That's why 006 put this in there. He said, zoom out, dog. Look at this thing. Back in 2008, Cleveland Cliffs was it. Cleveland Cliffs was the thing back in 2008. That's what it was. June 2008. If you didn't own some Cleveland Cliffs, you was a sucker. I don't know what this is, but they had a great time all the way up until 2008, and they were like, eh. There was a stock market crisis anyway to the lows. Came back up 2009. They were like, we back. 2011, and then they must did some stock splits or something. I'd do some research on this. Cleveland Cliffs was the jam back in 2008. Blah. This could be a way back in. Wouldn't that be crazy if 006 comes in here one day and says, maybe next year, maybe 2 years from now, and says, look at Cleveland Cliffs. I got in at $9.48. Now it's all the way back up to $122 because Cleveland Cliffs got that AI or whatever. Oh, man, that would be nuts. Anyway. Very good. Steel company. Okay. It's a steel company. Steel producers. All right. Cleveland Cliffs, steel producer. Brent, what time do we start? We had a delay. We started at noon. And then also I had a situation. I don't know why you're bringing up this trauma. We started it at noon, and then I tried to come in here at noon, and then I had my stream, my program set up to stream on Twitter because I went live on Twitter. That was fun, and then did not save any of my settings for YouTube, and it was all jacked up. Thanks, Brent. Brent making me feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's a steel company. All right. Any questions about the Strat? Anything else you guys want to look at? We got some things to look at here. I wanted to put actionable signals in here from what we're seeing in the sectors. Let's go down. Let's quickly go down the macro list and monthly signals to see if there's any. This might be old. Okay, hello, Apple, 212 up. All right, any actionable signal for next week? Possible 2-2 reversal back up on the week. No. Yeah, possible 212 back up on the week on, is that an inside bar? Hold on, it is. All right, we got to put Apple on the list. That goes in force above 212.61. It is stuck in the mother bar problem big time.
That's a mother bar issue.
But I'm going to put it on the list, all right? Maybe you can create a winning position and it keeps going, but it's nasty, all right? Be careful. All right, if you don't want to mess with that, leave it alone, all right? 212 up, APE, no actionable signal, CHR, inside on the week. I'd rather 212 up on the month, and it hit magnitude, came right back down. So let's see if they really want to drop CHRW. Weekly watch list, bam. Right now we're going through the weekly signals list. All right, this already has an actionable signal in force on the week. I have my stocks organized by condition. 312 down on the month, no actionable signal for CVS, but they are dumping that. D, Dominion, no actionable signal for next week, but it's 212 up on the month. DD, what's DD doing? Momo Hammer on the week. That thing goes in force at $75.82. The magnitude's only $76.67. If you trade options, you can probably make some money off that. If you trade shares, you might be wanting to get in on that and work that thing all the way back up to $91. We'll put that on the list. Duke Energy is 212 up on the month, trading sideways on the week. All right. This is the one I was talking about. EXPD. In my brain that says Expedia, but it's not. Okay. This is yuck. All right. Nothing to see here, folks. FedEx, no actionable signal for next week, but they are dumping it. MGM 212 up on the month, inside on the week. Excuse me, inside on the week. That goes in force. It's green on the month, so we want to see if the buyers keep buying at $38.20. The magnitude's only $38.90. But if you're buying shares, you want to be in that for longer. That could be a way in. Okay? Put that on the list. So what? Is 212 up on the month? No actionable signal for next week. Target 212 up on the month. And is that a hammer? Doji. Nah, it's a doji. All right. But possible 2-2 reversal back up on Target if they really want to get in there. Win 212 up on the month and inside on the week. All right. Are you starting to see what we're doing? All right. We're digging actionable signals out of a list that we already created. All right. Inside on the week. Win. Money flow index showing that they're taking their money out of this thing. All right. If they really want to dump this thing, they're like, okay, Win Resorts, we got what we wanted. It hit magnitude way up here. If that goes to the lows, 212 down, it'll go 212 down below 106.37. And then the second target is 93, sorry, $92.96. Wynn Resorts. Let's see what they want to do. They can keep buying. Or is it time to take profits? Let's put that on the 2-up on the month list and the weekly signals, all right? ALLE. Yep. No actionable signal for next week, but you could possibly get that 3-2 up. AME. 2-1-2 up on the month, but it ain't hammer on the week. It is hammer on the week, though. Okay. Maybe this will get this re-triggered back to the highs above 180.17. The magnitude's 183. Wait a minute. 184.29. Weekly signals. AOS. Looking for Momo Hammer in force above $71.16. Not a lot of magnitude on the week, but if you want to get in something, then see if we can get past all these. That would be great. Let's see what they want to do there. I know some of you guys that's been trading the Strat for a while are watching this and going, nah, I'm not taking that. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. And the people that are just learning the Strat and watching me every week and trying to figure this out and trying to work with me, get what I'm doing again is pulling stocks and actionable signals out of a list we've already created, and I'm continuing to refine that list. So when the stock market goes to the highs or the lows, I know where to go. IP 212 up on the month. If the buyers want to keep buying above $52.51, that would be a way in. If they want to start selling this thing, it'll go below $50.22, but that is an inside week. Okay. SPX. We don't have too many more. SPX possible. It's 212 up on the month, but man, this is weird. All right. Okay. No actionable signal. Levi Jeans. Shout out to Terry Baker. He showed me this one. Blue Jeans to the highs. 2 up on the month. 212 up on the actionable signal here. And possible 2-2 down. But Blue Jeans. Wow. Very good. Pepsi. This was funny. This was Marlon B called this one out. He's saying his little wordy dirds, talking about a bounce. Anyway, 212 back up on the month, 212 back up on the week. That was awesome, and nice gap up. And because of earnings, let's see what they want to do. Okay, there's probably gonna be some profit taking here, but if we go 2 down and then 2 back up, you want to find actionable signals that are reconfirming what we're seeing on the week and the month, that they're really buying Pepsi, okay? No actionable signal for tomorrow. We already talked about Dick's Sporting Goods, and it's CLF Cliff, okay? And then let's go that's macro. Did we go through? I don't want to spend too much time, guys. You guys definitely gave me a whole bunch of time, and I appreciate that. VeriSign's still doing good. Hood, we know that. Dog food. What's dog food doing? 2-2 reversal back down, all right? Not doing great. PayPal, Starbucks, Google. Nothing's really jumping out. SMCI, 2 up on the month. No actionable signal for next week. AMD and Boeing. All right. So I talked a lot about AMD and Boeing. These are going to be last ones for today. Yes, ACHR is hot. Yes. So AMD 2 up on the month list and on the macro list. All right. And it's doing great. Now, last week 3-2 up. And that did work. Right. Now, when something is blasting like this, you can find a way in on the reversals on the daily or the 60s to get in. And then AMD's not done. Let's see if we can get back up to 174. Let's see if we're in this level of reclaim right now. Let's go ahead and mark that. Right here. We'll make that blue so it don't stand out too much. Bam. All right. if you took this 3-2 up, now you're in this level of reclaim here. Let's see if we can get back up to 167.44. Okay. All right. And then after that, we'll see if we can get back up to 185, and then we'll be in this level of reclaim back here. All right. Well, we got some more room on that. You have not missed AMD, and then Boeing. We've been talking about Boeing. I talked about Boeing a lot this week. Boeing's getting their act together. They're selling a lot of planes to overseas companies, and hopefully they fixed all the safety issues and all that stuff. So no actionable signal for next week. There could be some profit taking on that, a throwback, and if that happens, that's good. That way you can get in on something that is 2 up on the month. We also need to remember that it's been stuck in this for how many months? All right, let's go to the yearly chart. This thing's been stuck in this mother bar for years.
That's a mother bar issue.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years all stuck in this right here. Now this could be the time. They thought it was the time right here, but then planes started falling out of the sky. So we'll see. Next year, 2026 could be great for Boeing. All right, now we could go outside year above 258.60, 258.78, but I don't necessarily trade that 50% rule crap. So we'll see what they want to do there. But hey, you just need to realize and remember, hey, this is where we're at. I talk about this in the weekend shift, the Strat Camp webinar on the StratSoldier.com. I'll give you 2 more. All right, we got 2 more tickers. Since you put them in the chat, I'll put them in there. Bull. Weeble to the highs. Yuck. This is $16.89. I don't know what happened here, but it got all the way up to $80, and then they dropped it. That's not a bad tick. Like, it's just sitting in there. Usually they clear those up. That's not a bad ticker. It did that. Goodness gracious. They got this thing all the way up to $79, and then the very next day, dumping it. Let's see what Weeble wants to do. It's a mess, but it is 212 up on the month. 2 up on the month, and we'll put that on monthly signals if you want to work that. I mean, why not? Why not? And then CRCL. Inside on the month, brand new to the world. I'd say leave it alone. But even though it's $223, no actionable signal for next week. Be careful with this one, okay? Brand new to the world. Let me get out of this tank. It's getting hot in the tank. Let me get out of this thing. Hold on a second here. All right. That was a fun show. Thank you so much for everybody being here. And then I did give you just a little bit more time because you guys, I was late. I had technical issues, all that stuff. Anyway, I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something, and I hope you got your watch list up for next week. I hope you got it set. Look for actionable signals. Look for some more things. All right. I usually count how many we have in there, but I count this time. I'll let you know. I'll definitely put this out on the. Let me go ahead and update this list right now, and I'll definitely update this and put this out for everybody on Twitter. Hold on, excuse me. Update, and then let me know if your list's update at home, okay? Because if not, I need to get with TrendSpider and say, hey man, it's still not working. But hopefully it's working. Hopefully it's working now. Because if you guys have that copy of the imported that into your watch list, the weekend shift weekly signals, that it should have changed. Okay. Thank you for the live stream. Thank you, Sandollar. Thank you, Brent. It was really fun. Thank you guys for being here. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. Check out my ebook, Hammer in Force. That's one actionable signal that you can trade with anything: crypto, forex, commodities, options, if you can, anything. All right, one actionable signal that'll get you in there. And then if you get that ebook that comes with a bonus vid, let me know and I will give you a crazy discount on the execution course so you can learn and master the rest of the actionable signals in the Strat, the very first universal truth in the Strat. and then you're off to the races, and then you can learn all the other stuff too. Last week I talked about trading combinations for real, and I got a lot of good traction on that video. Trading combinations as opposed to looking for this domino effect. All right, trading combinations is a totally different thing, and that's in my Strat Trade Checklist course on thestratsoldier.com. Go check that out. And if you want everything on the website, look at Combat Load. That'll get you everything in there, to include a one-on-one, and of course any support that you need to help you learn this stuff. Right here on my YouTube, go to the membership channel. I got 2 of them in there. I got 2 levels in there. I got the Weekend Shift Crew. With the Weekend Shift Crew, you get special emotes, but you also get daily videos every day. What happened for the day? What are we looking like on the Weekend Shift watch list? And then I help you create a daily watch list for the next day, so you can at least get started and have something to look at. And that happens all week, all right? And I give you guys, and any extra videos and streams and things I want to do, it's definitely going in there. You guys are getting that first, all right? As opposed to everybody who just puts everything, out there. And then, so you're getting more value in there, all right? And then for the Strat Warriors, I'm going to be doing a coaching session right after this. And I usually do it before the weekend shift, but I'm going to be doing it right after this, and that's where I answer all your Strat questions, and we refine our how we do the Strat, all right, and improve. Coaching. Think about it like mini one-on-ones, all right? Think about it like that. But that's also here on YouTube, and then also macro vids where I talk about quarterly and yearly charts, and then you also get those weekly. Those daily videos with the Weekend Shift Crew, all right? You get those too. And I'm looking for more ways to just add value to all of that, all right? So go check those out. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. Thank you so much. I'll be putting this stuff out, and I don't just live the Strat. Excuse me, I don't just trade the Strat, I live it, all right? So if you're in a situation right now, or you're in the middle of something where you're like, this doesn't feel right, just wait, all right? Don't get triangled out on your personal relationships, all right? Even if you got a scenario 3 on the day, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. Things were going really well this morning, and then all of a sudden we're scenario 3 to the downside right now. What happened? You can just wait for things to consolidate. Just wait for it to consolidate. And then price discovery starts over, all right? And then if you need to apologize, or both of you guys need some time to relax and figure it out, and then do whatever you need to do to get that thing reversing back to the upside, all right? Ryan says, thank you so much. Marlon B says, have a good weekend. Go out there, get in the pool, go to the movies, go watch that new Jurassic Park movie. It's fantastic. We saw it. We loved it. It's amazing. I was actually scared, all right? I shouldn't be telling you guys that, but I was actually scared. It's a really good movie. This is the Strat Soldier for the Weekend Shift. Coffee cups and t-shirts are coming. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.